Welcome to our June 16th Zoom Satsang presentation. Our first topic is parts 1 and 2 of what I will be presenting at the June 22nd Malaysia event entitled, Let's Start Religious Education When They Are Still Young. The first part. Tonight's event will be setting in motion the distribution of 2,500 copies of our publication, Savite Hindu Religion, Book 1, to the kindergarten classes in the Selangor area. Book 1 is written for children ages 5 to 7 and is in 4 languages, Tamil, Malay, English, and French. The French is for use in the country of Mauritius. The introduction to the book gives this overview to the students. Welcome to Savite Hindu Religion, Book 1. All of you children are expected to learn many things these days. You've been learning how to read and write and add and subtract along with other subjects, such as the history of your country. This book covers one of the most important subjects you will ever study, your religion. Here in Book 1, you'll learn many of the basics of our Hindu religion. You'll learn about our Supreme God, Lord Shiva, about Lord Murugan and Lord Ganesha, and about your soul. You'll learn about our temple practices and festivals. Hinduism is a very practical religion. It makes you a good student and a better citizen of your country. It brings you peace of mind. Study your religion as hard as you study your other subjects. Understand well our practices, beliefs, and philosophy. Gurudeva was a strong believer in the importance of our children having a good religious education, along with their education in secular subjects. He also shared how to accomplish this. It is done by causing the children to memorize the precepts of our scriptures. Each lesson of Savite Hindu Religion, Book 1, has a drawing to illustrate the idea, and then a 1 or 2 sentence statement of the idea which is easy to memorize. Here is an example lesson. First is the English. Next is the Tamil. Then is Malay. And last is the French. Gurudeva also wrote about the benefits of children memorizing scripture. The sooner we get our scriptures into the minds of the children, the better we build the children into fine citizens. Adharmic behavior is very expensive for any nation. Bad behavior is very expensive for any family, for they suffer and the individual suffers. Nothing is gained by it. Good citizenship comes from a good religious education. A good religious education starts with memory, and it is fulfilled in the realms of reason when the child is older and able to discuss his religion with his elders. We must educate the youth. We must educate them well in the Savite Hindu religion. God Ganesha will open doors and give you wisdom of how to proceed. Lord Murugan will give you the willpower. He is the God of will to perform this one supreme duty, and the duty is also dharma, to pass our Savite religion on to the next generation, the next, and the next. The second part is a booklet created by the Malaysia Hindu Sangam entitled Hindu Religion, Common Faith and Practices. The pamphlet has been produced in 4 languages, Tamil, Hindi, Malay, and English. The Sangam's website gives this description. The Hindu religion embraces all aspects of life, such as philosophies, religion, morals, and all aspects of culture, including arts, sciences, and literature. Within the diverse Hindu philosophies, theosophies, and belief systems of various sects and denominations, there exists some common faith and practices shared by all Hindus. This commonness is the subject of this 16-page booklet. May every Hindu learn these common uniting factors and remain truthful to this grand eternal religion. This material is excellent for children to memorize. Please note that some of the slides are missing a few letters due to my moving the text from the PowerPoint to the Keynote software. Also, we won't read all the detailed text, but just read the main points. Hinduism is the oldest religion in the world. It is the third largest religion in the world, practiced by over 1.2 billion Hindus worldwide. Hinduism is also known as Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, and Vaidika Dharma. Dharma means duty, righteousness, law. Sanatana Dharma means eternal religion. And Vaidika Dharma means religion rooted in the Vedas. The Hindu religion embraces all aspects of life. Scriptures are next. The Vedas, including their lofty Upanishads, are the primary holy texts of the Hindu religion. Agamas are equally important and revered sacred texts. Other holy texts include the Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Tirumurai, and Puranas. Vedas are truths revealed by the rishis. Agamas are the holy text used in the temple and ritualistic worship. Common beliefs. God, or the Supreme Reality, is one. God manifests in various divine forms such as Ganesha, Murugan, Shakti, Shiva, and Vishnu, and Surya Narayana. Everyone is free to approach God in any name and form and attain God realization. Then we get the common names of the deities, or Vinayaka, Murugan, Shakti, Shivan, and Mahavishnu. And the summary idea: one truth, many names and forms. All souls are ruled by the law of karma and rebirth. Bad karma produces pain and suffering. When we do injury or harm to other people, we will also suffer the same fate. Good karma brings us happiness and a guru to guide us in our spiritual journey towards moksha. The purpose of human birth is to attain moksha. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga are the four paths to attain moksha. All the various paths can be practiced alone or in combination. Then each yoga is described. Karma Yoga, unselfish work. Bhakti Yoga, devotional practices. Raja Yoga, meditation. And Jnana Yoga, philosophical study. Diksha or mantra upadesha from a competent guru is necessary. Who is a guru? Guru is one who is a jivan mukta, realized soul, pure, knows the essence of the shastras, holy texts, and one who teaches with no selfish motive. The life of an individual is divided into 4 stages or ashramas known as brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Brahmacharya, student stage. Purity and celibacy is practiced until the completion of formal education and training. Grahastha. Married life, pursuing punya karma, merit, wealth, pleasure, and children in a rightful manner. Vanaprastha, retirement stage. Life of retirement and being advisors to the next generation. Beginning of detachment from worldly life. Sannyasa, life of hermit, monk, pursuing moksha. Greed and desire must be totally given up. There are 4 aims of life which everyone seeks in different stages of their life. Our lives will be meaningful if we achieve these aims in a rightful way. They are called the Purushartham, or goals of the soul. Dharma, righteousness, practice of righteousness and religious duties. Dharma has to be observed in seeking kama and artha. Artha, wealth. Seeking wealth through honest means to satisfy need to clothing, food, accommodation, and physical well-being. Primarily pursued in Grahastha stage. Kama, emotional and physical pleasure. Kama is pursued in Grahastha stage to satisfy natural desire for sense pleasure. Those in the Brahmacharya, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa stages must avoid kama. Moksha, ultimate freedom, liberation from the cycles of birth and death. Those who achieve moksha will not have rebirth. There are 5 daily sacrifices to be performed by those in Grahastha ashrama, householder. These are called the Pancha Mahayagnas. Deva Yagna, prayers, rituals, and worship. Rishi Yagna, daily studies, reflections, and meditation on the holy books and the Atman. Pitru Yagna, Tarpana and Shraddham for deceased ancestors. Manusha Yagna, unselfish service towards parents and the needy. Bhuta Yagna, feeding animals, watering plants, protecting the environment, etc. Samskars are the rituals performed to mark the important stages in life from birth to death. The common samskars for all Hindus are 16. Of these, the most popular samskars among Malaysian Hindus are Simantam, the ceremonial parting of the hair. Namakaranam, the naming ceremony. Annaprashanam, first rice feeding ceremony. Chaulyam, the first hair cutting ceremony. Karnavedam, ear piercing ceremony. Vidyarambam, beginning of primary education ceremony. Upanayanam, sacred thread ceremony. Ritu Shuddhi, coming of age ceremony for girls. Vivaham, marriage. Antyeshti, post-death ceremonies. Devotional practices can be performed at home, at the temples, or at holy sites. Japa and dhyana, service to sadhu and guru, worship and prayers, pilgrimage, religious discourses, singing bhajans and kirtana, tapasya, penance, and vrata, vow, service to temple, sacred symbols and objects of reverence and worship, Mother, Father, Guru, God, Om, swastika, Deepa, lotus, Anjali Mudra, Kumbha, sacred cow, holy river Ganga, prayers to the sun. Samanya dharmas, basic moral values to refine oneself and to create social harmony. Yamas for social harmony, niyama for self-development. Parigraha, do not be greedy. Brahmacharya, self-control and self-discipline. Asteya, do not steal. Satya, speak the truth. Ahimsa, do not injure others. Shaucha, purity of mind, speech, and body, and cleanliness of surroundings. Santosha, happiness, contentment. Tapas, tavam, austerity. Swadhyaya, study of Atman, or self-reflection. Ishvara, pranidhana, contemplation on God. The Hindus accept that truth can be approached through various paths, yet everyone must follow their own dharma sincerely. The Hindu lives in harmony with others as the whole world is viewed as one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, which in English means, may all live happily. An additional thought about the Malaysia Hindu Sangam's booklet is that for helping children memorize it, the text could be presented as questions and answers, the children needing to memorize the answers. For example, here's the first slide again. And as questions and answers. Which religion is the oldest religion in the world? Hinduism. How many Hindus are there in the world? 1.2 billion. What are three other names for Hinduism? Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, and Vaidika Dharma. What is the meaning of Dharma? Duty, righteousness, law. What is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma? Eternal religion. What is the meaning of Vaidika Dharma? Religion rooted in the Vedas. And our second topic, we're starting again. Character Building Workbook. Acceptance is the second character quality. From our Character Building Workbook. How would you define acceptance? The workbook gives this definition. Acceptance is an openness to outcomes that are not what we would prefer. I cultivate it by being aware of others' preferences as to possible outcomes. The opposite is non-acceptance. And some wisdom from Gurudeva on acceptance. One of the great spiritual powers that people can have is to accept things as they are. That forestalls impatience and intolerance. Acceptance is developed in a person by understanding the law of karma and in seeing God Shiva and his work everywhere. Accepting the perfection of the timing of the creation, preservation, and absorption of the entire universe. Holding the family together can be summed up in one word, love. Love is understanding. Love is acceptance. Love is making somebody feel good about his experience, whether the experience is a good one or not. Love is giving the assurance that there is no need to keep secrets, no matter what has happened. Love is wanting to be with members of the family. And reflection. Take a moment to identify a few ways in which you can improve in acceptance. And to our third topic, which as usual is quotes from Yoga Swami's Words of Our Master. Why do you want to open the outside door when there is an inside door? Everything is within. What does that mean to you? One simple aspect of what Yoga Swami said is Yoga Swami is reminding us to look within more often. We tend to get so caught up in the world and in the importance of what's going on in the world, we don't look within as often as we should. Second quote from Yoga Swami. When you worship God, you must not ask for anything. You must worship for the sake of love. Afterwards, you can ask for your requirements. What does that mean to you? One interpretation is that Yoga Swami is teaching us the proper approach to praying to God. We need to learn to worship for the sake of love, to express our love of God. And that's our last slide for today. Om Namah Shivaya.